Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Oh, okay, to another episode of Those Two Girls. Are you trying to steal my shine? It was
I just wanted to join you.
It was such a Taurus thing to do.
Oh. Well, excuse me.
Such a Taurus thing to do of you.
I just wanted to join you and say it at the same exact time. Like
that would have been cute. We need to practice it more.
Yeah.
That's
next
okay.
time we got it.
Next time. Well, I'm excited to see you. It's been a while.
It's been a little bit too long, I think.
Summer is crazy. We always have so many plans during the summer. It's wild. So.
I know. It's a blessing and a curse.
It is. We're making it work. We're
As
doing
we
the
do.
best we can.
Yes.
All right.
So get straight to it.
Let's get straight to it.
She's got some topics she wants to discuss.
Well, I have something that I wanted to talk
ready.
about, and it came up because I was speaking to my family. I feel like we need to talk about the chokehold that Vicks VapoRub has on the Hispanic community.
Wait, are you being serious? Because I saw that on our notes. I thought I wrote that.
No, I wrote that. Literally, it has such a chokehold on the Hispanic. Vicks VapoRub is the equivalent to holy water for Hispanics. Like, it is up there with holy water. It is magical. It has powers. It is all encompassing. It will literally fix anything. It literally, like, the best medicine in the Hispanic community is Vicks.
It's actually the only medicine.
It's the only.
It's very broad. It will literally cure cancer as well as a mosquito bite. Like it has anything under the sun that you can believe. Like
Anything?
I don't think my sister's gonna answer, but I thought this was my topic. Just wait.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. She's going to say, V vaporu.
V vaporu.
Whatever, she'll call back eventually.
Okay.
We'll ask her.
No, but it literally, like you were saying, it fixes. I remember being little and I'd be like, Mami, me duele la cabeza. And she'd be like, Ponte Vicks. Or I'd be like, Ay, Mami, me pica el ojo. And she'd be like, Ponte Vicks. Like, always, for everything.
That's so funny because I lived the same life, except for me, it was V vaporu.
Oh.
Because, it's Vicks VapoRub. Mm-hmm. So it's just V vaporu. I didn't know what that was until I actually was old enough to read the label, and I realized it says Vicks VapoRub. Before that, it was V vaporu.
V vaporu. Is that a Colombian thing? Because for us Puerto Rican, it's like Vicks. Ponte Vicks.
And
Vicks.
Yeah, I guess it is. But either way, I love that everybody congregated, all the Latins, and were like, this is it right here. This is the Holy Grail.
This is the Holy Grail.
The only medicine we will ever need in life.
It is the only medicine we will ever need in life. And I actually have a funny story. Around Vicks. So my sister, Annette, is an ER nurse. And she had an older man come in because he was having chest pains. And so they did...
I'm so sorry. My sister... She's...
Oh, okay.
Hi, Pascal.
Hey.
You're live in action on the podcast, but it's so funny because Leanne just brought up a topic that is so close to our hearts. Okay, so no matter what, okay, tienen dolor de cabeza, like you have a bug. What? I'm sorry?
Viva Porú.
Viva Porú.
Viva Porú. Eso, mira, te quita todo enseguida.
Literally.
Mira, ching. Un poquitico, nada más.
Solo un poquitico y está bien. Te quita lo que tienes.
Suficiente.
Literally, though.
Un poquito y es suficiente para todo.
But it is.
I fucking love you. I'll call you back.
So
I'll call
true.
you back. That's literally all I needed because it's like, you just proved
Your work here is done.
Your work here is done.
Bye, mommy.
Y eso te rinde.
Eso te rinde.
I love you. Goodbye.
No, literally, though. So, wait. Back to my story. It's so true.
She's hilarious.
It's so true. My sister is an ER nurse. She had this older man come in and he had chest pains. And so they ran some tests on him. It turns out he was having a heart attack. And so they did some more tests and he had a clot in his heart. So they were like, okay, we need to take him in for surgery. My sister starts prepping him for surgery and she's like getting his IVs ready to put his IVs in. And she's like, what does that smell? Like, it smells like something so familiar. And she looks at the old man. He's an old Hispanic man. And she goes, ¿Tú te pusiste Vicks? And he goes, and they both start cracking up. Like, this man was having a full-blown heart attack and él se puso Vicks. Like, Por si acaso. Dude.
You know, the
It's
only
crazy.
thing I feel as though if you've ever seen My Big Fat, what is it, Greek Wedding? The Windex.
Windex.
That is the equivalent of what
Dude,
Vicks is.
It is.
Except it's actually a real thing. It's not a movie.
No, it's a
like
real thing.
literally
It's a real thing.
Anything.
And my mom took it to the next level. She had Vicks by her bedside, and every night before bed, she'd rub Vicks all over her chest. So like she was just like,
Yo, your mom looks good too.
That's
So
right.
maybe I need to start rubbing that shit before I go to bed at night too.
that's some brujeria right
Yeah,
there.
right?
That's some brujeria right
Sana,
there.
sana, colita de rana, next
Si
level.
no sana hoy, sanará mañana. No, literally though. I'm
my
dying.
God.
I'm dying. Okay. Ladies, if you want to know if your man, boyfriend, husband truly loves you, give him a hypothetical, but not just any hypothetical. Give him like a really intricate one. Like I know we do, and we were talking about this. Like, oh my God, would you still love me if I was a lizard? Or like
A worm.
a worm? Or be like, babe, if I turned into a vampire, would you still love me? And would you turn into a vampire with me and we would live together forever? Love those. So I gave my husband a hypothetical the other day, and this one's a really intricate one. This is a good one. So I said, let's say one day I went missing. Like I got kidnapped and I went missing. You searched months and months for me. Months passed into years and you still couldn't find me. And he moved on. So it's been 2 years. I'm not found. They haven't found my body. I'm just kidnapped. I'm missing, okay? I'm on an episode of Crime Junkie.
Holy shit.
He moves on, he gets married, and he has 2 kids, okay? And I'm like, if I came back out of nowhere or they found me, would you leave your family?
Oh my.
Would you leave your family for me, your one true love, your soulmate? He said no. Because he wouldn't want to break the family up.
I mean, he had kids and stuff already.
Are you too?
I mean.
Stop. This is the love of your life, your soulmate. And you don't have the same, and I said,
Okay, hold on.
You don't have the same bond with your new wife
See,
as you did
this
with
is-
me.
Did you guys ever have this conversation about like, oh, if I
No, before you got married, it's like you talk about politics, you talk about finances, and you talk about if I were to go missing.
I would want you to move on or not?
No, I wouldn't want him to fucking move on. I'd want him to find me.
Well, then period. He fucked up.
Yeah, he fucked up.
No, he should leave his wife for
He
you.
should leave his wife and kids. I would be an amazing stepmother. Like,
Please,
what the hell?
and you've been starving. You
Starving.
probably love your bed.
I weigh 70 pounds.
Okay, wait.
Like I'm like fucking missing. I'm missing hair. Like I've had a rough 3 years, dude. And what's keeping me alive is the thought of being reunited with him. And I told him all of this.
Oh.
And the man still said he would not fucking leave his family. So then, but you know what's funny? We fought for like 2 hours about like this turned into a fucking
this would be a-
argument because then I'm thinking of like, did I marry my soulmate here?
Damn.
Like, did I do something wrong?
I feel like I should call AJ and ask him the same fucking question right
and
now.
this is a good one. I tell this to all my friends. I tell this to all my girls. Like, beware. It may cause a fight. You may be talking about like, what the fuck am I doing here? Your mind is gonna go in circles, but it's a fucking good one.
I feel
It's
like you
a
have
good
to
one.
go into this knowing
that it could end.
It
Your
could
relationship
end.
could end right then and there.
if you're engaged, you're playing with fire.
Don't do it if you're engaged. Get married first. Maybe do a prenup just to be safe.
Make sure they're stuck with you and then have this conversation.
Make sure they're stuck with you. Prenup, no prenup, I don't know. And then have this conversation.
No prenup.
But it's a good one. No, he hates it. I do hypotheticals on him all the time, and we get in literal, like not literal fights, but little like disagreements about it sometimes because I'm like,
no, because he's trying to make a good point. Like of all these hypotheticals, he's like, well, okay, so like this, your case turned cold, Leanne. It was a cold case. They told me we had a funeral for you because you were gone. They found hair strands and blood in the sewage water. They knew you were gone.
Listen, that's fine, but
Took
I
me
came
forever.
back.
Suddenly, I fell in love again, and I've had children. Like,
But I came back.
I know, but now you're back. But like, shit.
What if that happened to AJ? Would you leave your husband and kids and be with him?
I would just murder his new family, and then he wouldn't have a choice but to get back with me.
That's your Aries. Those are your Aries placements right there.
I mean, I work smarter, not harder. Okay.
Ooh, wait, I like
Let's
that.
just cut to the chase here.
I love that. I love that. No, even
You got a problem, you get rid of it. I sound like a mafia gangster.
gang.
No, but honestly, like that would be literally crazy.
No, but even when me and
No, but
Alex,
I'd be pissed that like when did you fall in love?
when you were searching for me,
Like,
that's
while,
my thing.
While you were searching, was she also like searching in
Was
the
she in the
wilderness?
search party? Did you
Holding
did she
signs with my face on them
Okay.
while you fell in love with her? Fucking
She's a
sick.
Weird. Sick. I'm sick to my fucking stomach, dude. Even the vampire one, because I'm rewatching.
throw up.
I'm rewatching the Vampire Diaries right now, and I'm like, if I became a vampire, like, would you turn into a vampire with me so I didn't have to live for all eternity alone?
What? Of course.
No, he said no.
He said no.
What am I doing with my life right now? Like,
Leanne,
my marriage is falling apart.
call your lawyer immediately. He said no.
He said no.
And so you're just gonna live eternity by yourself?
by myself. And then it's like, then it poses, it's like, I'm not gonna date you when you're an old man. I have to break up with you when you hit like 50. Bro.
No, but the thing is, wait, okay.
No, he wants me to live eternity. No,
I got questions. I have questions. I cannot believe he said no.
He said no.
I have questions. Did he know you were gonna be young and hot forever?
Of course.
Like you're the same age you are now.
Yes.
Forever.
Forever and ever.
And he would be too?
Yes.
And he said no.
And he said no. But you know what? I'm
disgusted.
I'm that type of girl that we've had this conversation, and it's a serious conversation where we've sat down and I said, when I die, I will haunt you for the rest of my fucking life if you move on. Like, I'm sorry. You know, I'm not that sweet girl that is like, I would want you to find happiness. Bitch, no. I don't want you to find happiness. I want you to be praying the little rosario to me every night.
For the rest of your damn life.
For the rest of your damn life. Sure, date here and there. Get a good little, like, get some little one-night stands in. But never fucking replace me.
No
And don't
strings
get married
attached.
again. And don't get married again.
That's such a hard.
Don't get married again.
That's such a hard freaking. I think circumstances are so important in a conversation like this.
For
Because
sure.
if you're going missing and homeboy fucking gets remarried,
Dude.
bro, he's gonna go missing next.
Oh no, he would be dead.
He's gone. He's dead.
Romeo and
but
Juliet
like, let's say
type
like
shit.
you were, God forbid, to pass away. I mean, I think that would be a whole different set of circumstances. Like, I mean, I wouldn't like hold that against AJ and be like, oh, you can never move on forever. If
No,
like
I'm
my
obviously
dead body
kidding.
was found and I'm like gone forever.
Well, yeah, of course I would want him to find. I said I want you to be happy, but not as happy as you were with me.
I mean, regardless, he's gonna be like jerking off to like the pictures of me. So while
course.
he's married. For the rest of his life.
For the rest of
I
his
mean,
life.
that's something. But if I'm missing and you move on.
With a family and
No,
everything.
see, that's-
Do you know what I mean?
But you
But then what's the cutoff? Like 3 years, 4 years? Like, so I told him.
there is no cutoff.
I
If
told
you're
him
missing,
3 years.
you're missing.
Right, you should be like Liam fucking
Neeson.
in Taken. I will find you and I will
luck.
fucking kill you. Like, I expect that level of fucking commitment and
100%.
dedication.
100%.
Like, top
Like, you
notch.
better be going to psychics. You better be freaking, like, visiting the
In
Pope
New
for
Orleans,
answers.
finding a witch and doing like a little like map search
Burning
with like
a chicken on fire and dousing him in the Atlantic Ocean to find me before you fucking move on with another woman, honey.
I need to know that all of that was done
all of it.
before you move on.
All of it.
All of it.
Unless I'm pronounced dead. God forbid, you know.
Of course.
Super hypothetical, as we were saying.
Soups hypothetical.
But until then, it's cheating. I didn't sign divorce papers.
I didn't sign divorce papers. I'm still alive.
Hi.
Hi. I'm here, locked up in a cell underground in fucking, I don't know, Afghanistan.
3 strands of hair on my head. 22 pounds.
Starving, haven't showered in 3 years. My fucking teeth are falling off because I haven't brushed my teeth. Praying, hoping that my husband is gonna fucking dart through that door, ready to save the motherfucking day
And
like
he's
fucking Wolverine.
He's
coming.
literally having a gender reveal party for his third born.
He's having a gender reveal party, and I'm underground in Afghanistan, kidnapped. Who the fuck did I marry?
Dude. This is why you really gotta vet them.
You need to vet them out. That's
No,
what I'm saying. The hypotheticals.
So, ladies, learn from the beginning.
Wait, take it from us. Learn from
You gotta ask
learn from my mistakes.
all these questions. Crazy questions.
Learn from my mistakes because, honey, once you're married,
It's so.
it's hard.
Yeah, you're stuck. You're stuck
You're
here.
stuck.
So now you know. He's gonna move on. Have you ever, Leanne?
I better never fucking go missing, bro. I'm gonna insert a fucking like chip in
I
myself.
was just gonna say.
I'm gonna sort of-
You better start swallowing a daily like AirTag. Fucking
Jesus
a
Christ.
chip. Yeah, like a dog.
Yes, I
Like
need
a
to.
dog.
Oh my gosh, crazy. Can we talk about Shay Mitchell pretending she's Spanish?
That's really embarrassing because.
Speaking of Spanish people. Spanish
Yeah.
people. Speaking of the Hispanic community, Shay
The
Mitchell.
Hispanic community. So, I mean, the thing is, okay, so just to backtrack, because I guess we can clip it here.
Yeah.
Shay Mitchell is, I want to say she's like half Irish. Like her dad's side is Irish, but her mom is Filipino. Like, okay, Shay Mitchell's aunt, I don't want to butcher the name.
I don't know her name.
Oh, I want to like get it right. The one that literally plays Jasmine,
Jasmine.
from Aladdin, okay,
Yes.
and Mulan, okay. She's the voice of both of them, and she is a Filipina hero, okay, because
Goddess,
she just
queen.
like represents that country, you know, like none other, like as you fucking should.
Right.
So Shay Mitchell gets asked in this interview something about her drinking, and she's like, "Oh, I can hold it down like the best of them, whatever." She's like, "I'm half Irish, half Spanish." That is literally, I'm sorry, but like you are literally, I don't know if like we want to get into history here, but this, you know, you're talking about your colonizers
No.
of the Philippines.
Like, hello. Okay. But do you think she was like trying to pass as Hispanic, or do you think she
Leanne.
is so ignorant that she thinks Filipinos are Hispanic?
No, there's no way, because if you are Filipino, you know that like you gained freedom. That's like being Haitian and
yeah,
saying
no,
like
I
you're
know.
half French. You
I'm
know
just
what I
trying
mean?
to understand
It's-
why.
It's I honestly only she can answer really. But if I was half Filipino and it's not something that's like super you see everywhere, you know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
you're representing it. Vanessa Hudgens, calling her out right now because she did the same fucking shit.
I know. Wait, is she not Hispanic? Wait, okay, stop. She's not Hispanic?
She is Filipino.
You are lying to me right now.
Te lo juro por
Swear
Dios.
on my life.
Te lo juro por Dios. And she even
No.
said, she, in an interview, she talks about how, like, something about her Spanish.
thought she
Because,
was,
you know,
like,
obviously she
Mexican or
was Gabriela
something.
Montez.
Right.
On High School Musical.
You're lying
Right?
to me.
So there's this interview where it's like, oh, like, does she speak Spanish? And she, like, says a couple words. She's like, no, I actually don't speak Spanish, but my grandfather was from Castillo, Spain, which actually doesn't even exist. Castillo is not a thing. Okay? She's Filipino!
I am shook.
Who gives credit to the colonizers? And no offense, because like I can pull up my 23andMe. I'm like 80% Spanish. Like I'm from
Same.
Spain. I got you know what I mean?
Spain and Portugal.
España. Like I'm not trying to hate here.
No,
but
no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying it's like,
But wait, hold
if
on
you're
a second.
from the Philippines,
Why are you? Is this a thing?
I really don't know.
Hold on a second, because do you remember when she did that movie, which I have no idea what movie it was because I never watched it, but she did a movie with J-Lo and they went on like Univision or like Telemundo to do an interview. She spoke Spanish.
Yeah,
Vanessa
so did
Hudgens.
J-Lo, which is
No,
mind-blowing.
No, she didn't. No, she actually did not. Vanessa Hudgens
Have you ever
spoke
seen-
better Spanish than J-Lo.
Have you ever seen the interview with J-Lo and Shakira?
No.
Right, like they were doing the Super Bowl together.
Oh, the Super Bowl, yes.
So they were like on like a Spanish channel. You guys got to see this. And
No, it's
Shakira's face, like pena ajena, like she's just so embarrassed for what she's hearing out of J-Lo's mouth.
It's
or
just
attempted
embarrassing because she
verbs
rides
coming out of her mouth.
so hard on being Puerto Rican. Like that's her identity. That is her ammo. And for you to represent Puerto Ricans and not speak Spanish, hold on a second. Speaking of J-Lo on this topic of claiming to be a Puerto Rican, she was just on a press tour, or like they were asking her questions in another country. And as she's walking off the stage, she's holding her microphone and she goes, "No me preguntaron nada en español." But
You're
like
kidding.
walks off, not even stays there to sit down to be like, okay, like bring on the Spanish questions. No, bitch walks out because that's the only thing she practiced. That's the only line she and she walks off the stage. Like she's upset that they didn't ask her anything in Spanish. Like, honey,
she knew they wouldn't. The thing is, the problem is people know she doesn't speak Spanish. So as a courtesy, they're not going to speak Spanish to her. So what does she do? She goes in the bathroom. She looks at herself right in the mirror. She's like, "No me preguntaste nada en español." 300 times so that she can fucking say it to their face.
No me preguntaron nada en español. I don't know why I had a southern accent
that's
right there.
exactly what happened.
That's exactly what she did. She practiced
Because
that
for her
one
to
line.
say that whole sentence, I'm impressed.
No, and she said it. I was like, okay, for J-Lo, she didn't say it too bad. But as everyone in the comments was like, really, bitch, as you're walking off the stage, like you could have, but she could have responded to a question in Spanish, right? She could have responded. And she could have been like, I welcome.
Or she could have hinted towards it. No, she did it on purpose.
Of course.
But you know what? She's trying to make up for so many different things.
She's fixing her brand.
Especially with her, 4-syllable responses. Scaparelli. Yeah. You better work hard, girl. You gotta make up for that. You look like an asshole.
I know.
That was so bad.
So bad. That was so bad. While we're on the topic of celebs, I don't know. Have you seen I don't watch this podcast, but I see clips on TikTok. Have you seen the clip of Alice in Wonderland in relation to Travis Kelce and his brother's podcast? Do you know what I'm talking about?
So, I do know him and his brother have a podcast.
Yes. Okay.
Alice in Wonderland. And Travis Kelce.
You're gonna die. Okay, so listen, I'm a huge, we're not gonna get into Taylor Swift. I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan, but Travis Kelce's a fucking meathead. I don't understand. This is like a bigger topic, but like, I don't know what their conversations, like he's a meathead and she's an intellectual like person. Anyway, he's on the podcast with his brother. I don't know why they're talking about Alice in Wonderland. Travis Kelce goes, I just found out it was Alice in Wonderland. He thought the movie was Allison, like her name was Allison Wonderland.
First name Allison, last name Wonderland. Like when they were not calling her Miss Wonderland, he was very confused. Are you kidding me?
I'm not lying. I can't make this shit up. And this, to me, when I saw that, I was like, this is Taylor Swift's boyfriend. She is an amazing lyricist, an amazing songwriter. She's a smart gal. And your boyfriend thought it was Allison, Mrs. Allison Wonderland?
I'm sorry, but I mean, he's allowed with those looks. He's allowed to think it's Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I mean, we'll give him a pass.
You can do whatever the fuck you want, Travis Kelce.
We'll give him a pass. Alice in Wonderland.
You keep playing your little sports. We'll keep rooting for you.
Literally. Alice in Wonderland.
Allison,
I died.
Wonderland.
Allison, Wonderland. Okay.
Allison Marie. Allison Elizabeth Rose Wonderland.
I can't. And did you see his like on stage performance? He did like a little...
Another Las Vegas.
Oh my God, no.
What was it?
No. He
Viva
was
Las Vegas?
No, he was on her tour and he did like a little bit during one of the...
I don't follow
one of the songs. Okay. Well, yeah, I had to talk about that because I thought that was hilarious.
Was it good? Like...
I'm not gonna lie. It was a little like, gave me a little icky for me. A little triggered an ick. He was wearing like this like Cat in the Hat, like this like hat, and it was this whole like, I wish like she would do her thing and he would just be there to support her. I don't like him interacting so much with her and like now being with the fans. It all seems very performative and for show, and I don't like that. Like Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift. She does not need Travis Kelce up there. Let it be. Let her have her moment. Like, I mean, I'm sure she like asked him to do this, but I'm kind of getting over it.
Yeah.
It's like too much.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, something else that's trending on TikTok.
You know what's weird too? the fact that she is usually, or at least she claims to be, very private with her relationships. So why would she be like, oh, look, I'm not like crazy. What is it when she like, oh, going home with the whatever, when she changed up the lyrics?
Oh, and should have said in like her first album, was it Should Have Said No or Picture to Burn?
Oh, no, I'm not talking about the gay thing.
Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about the gay thing.
No, when she's at the concert with Travis and she says something about like, oh, going home with the Chiefs, whatever.
Oh, the guy from the Chiefs coming straight home to me because Karma is my boyfriend.
Exactly. So that line, it just makes me feel like, why is all of a sudden this girl that claims she's so private and has been with her relationships, other than the fact that she like expresses it through music, wants to expose herself in such a place where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, I'm going to change my lyrics for this guy. Then he's going to come on stage and like what did he do? Escort me to like my chair? Like, what did he do on stage?
And like carried her. It was this whole thing. But I will say in her last relationship with Joe Alwyn, it was private because he wanted it to be private. Or so she says through her lyrics in her song. Like, she's not the one who really wanted it to be private, and I get that, and we were gonna talk about this too, like narcissistic but I feel like
in general she's been a private person, a private celebrity. You don't see
no,
her
because when she was dating like other guys, she was out there,
but like you
like
can
out and about.
You can speculate about them, but you never hear about like, oh, Taylor Swift at
I think it's because there's such a phenomena around her right now. Everyone is so like
but I feel
obsessed
like
with her.
Always been like that. Like always tried to keep this good girl image, you know, where
no,
she's
that
not
changed
going
when
to
Kim
clubs
Kardashian fucked her over. That fucking when Reputation came out and Kanye and Kim did all of that to her, like that flipped a switch in her.
I guess I don't know.
That flipped a switch. But like you said, like her previous boyfriend brings me back to like a topic that we wanted to discuss, like controlling boyfriends or like narcissistic. There's a lot of girls and a lot of people that get into relationships, and don't you see this maybe with friends or maybe people you know that they have certain views on things, but the second they get into a relationship because this guy has a strong personality or he's very controlling, that they totally change their views, like their personality, everything they thought is totally different. Yeah. And I feel like that's what happened to her probably with Joe Alwyn. She was like, oh no, yeah, I am this private girl, and yeah, I do want to hide from the world, but maybe that was never her.
There's just this dynamic when it comes to like narcissistic men. They know exactly what they're doing, you know what I mean, and what girls to go for, and it's always those girls that are kind of like, you know, they have self-esteem issues. They don't know exactly who they are. They could be a pick-me, definitely. But it's like they want that attention, so that's exactly what a narcissist is going to give them. It's going to be like love bombing. And it's going to be like, oh my God, he's obsessed with me. And then what do? Out of nowhere, the love bombing stops.
Yeah.
And they stop giving them that attention. So then it's just such a psychological fuck, because then it leaves that other person just always wanting to go back to what they experienced before and wonder exactly what they did wrong.
Exactly.
In order to take that away from them.
Exactly.
From that other person. Or why doesn't he want to do that to me anymore?
Right.
Why doesn't he want to act that way with me anymore?
Right.
When in reality, it's all a fucking ploy to get you to feel this way and to feel less and less about yourself.
Right.
And about who you are as an individual.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you need
it. And that point, it's what they do. They're like predators.
Yes.
They're predators. They hunt. It's like a sport. It's a game to them. They like to play these games to the point where they already have you. Then they fucking bite into you and that's it. You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
It's so scary.
But that's exactly, it's almost like a drug, you know what I mean?
Is.
Like when you get a little bit and it feels so good and then it's just taken away from you, it's like, how much more do you want it?
But it's so true about you saying that then they're wondering like, oh my God, what did I do? Why me? Like, oh my God, he's mad at me, or like you're terrified of this person.
Always. Like they put you in a place where it's always you wonder, like you questioning yourself. And you thinking you're crazy, because then you bring it up to them and you're like, why aren't you talking to me? Why aren't you, why aren't you calling me? And then it's like, oh, why are you being crazy?
Yes.
And then you hear that C word and you're like, oh my God, he thinks I'm fucking crazy.
I'm crazy. That's it.
And then you just like, it's such a toxic feeling and love. I wouldn't even call it love, what you feel right then and there. It's almost like a need that you need to fulfill. You know, you need to get them back to like that or whatever you perceive that they
Yeah.
felt about you, you need to get that back.
Right. And it's so scary because I feel like we both maybe have been in relationships where this has happened to us, at least me when I was young, like super young. And you like lose yourself in the whole process. Once they start calling you crazy and you start acting crazy, that's it. You're like lost. And getting out of it is so difficult because you're in this hole now, and you think that you're never going to get better than them. You think that I need him to stay because if I leave, I'm never going to find someone who cares about me the way he does or who loves me the way he does. Like, I'm never going to find someone who is obsessed with me the way he's obsessed with me.
But not just do you create these thoughts, they make you think this.
I know.
Luckily, I haven't. I can't say I've ever been in that situation, but I've seen my friends go through this shit so many times. And I've seen even someone like you, who is one of the strongest women I know,
Yeah.
be in this position. And it was freaking weird
So
for a minute.
weird.
Granted, I mean, you were like 17.
I was like, yeah. It was so weird.
So it's not like she like.
No.
I
I
know
was
people
young.
our age
I
now
was young.
that this
Yeah.
happens
Yeah.
to. Obviously, you're not that person anymore. You are,
Right.
please, hecha y derecha, como dice mi mamá, okay? Like, please. But at the same time, it's like, it's like a sneak attack.
It is.
Because the way I see it done on my friends, it's so sneaky. They don't see it coming. And then all of a sudden, it's like they are lying to
Their friends. Yeah.
about hanging out with this
Yep.
POS.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like they revolve their life around
Yes.
this POS.
I
like
know.
this piece of shit person. Like, will do anything. It's a drug.
It's a drug.
And it is so inexplicable.
It's a drug. But it's because they get them at such a vulnerable time, like we were saying. They're insecure or they're in a vulnerable state. It's like cults. Like people who join cults, I'm always like, who the fuck falls for this? When I watch the documentaries and the people are like, I really believed he was Jesus. And I'm like, what in, oh my God, not
like,
to attack,
how?
like not only Southern people join cults, like everyone joins cults, but I'm sorry to the Southerners. My gosh, I don't know. I've been doing like Southern accent today. I don't know.
my God.
I just
like,
came back from Nashville, so I'm a little like, woo. But I always think that
I joined a cult. I didn't know what I was doing, but I joined the cult.
Okay, Uhtred of Bevenberg.
There you go. See, we're not racist here. Everyone joins cults.
Everyone joins cults, okay? Uhtred. But it was like that documentary about the TikTok dancing for the devil. What? How do you not see that you're in a cult? How do you not see that? It's so wild.
It's crazy because I've actually seen a documentary on how people are brainwashed into cults too, on top of it. And it really is, it's people that, it's like a majority ruling thing. Do you know what I mean? You've
Mob
probably seen that
mentality.
one video where it's like everyone's in this room and they're
Yeah.
like taking a test and there's like smoke coming and nobody's saying anything.
Right.
So the smoke just keeps coming. Like, bro, I would be like,
Bro, you want to die? Yeah. You want to die? Peace. I'm out. I'm saving myself.
I would find the first extinguisher immediately.
Yes.
But like, I think some people are built that way. Like some people have a freeze response, but like, I'm sorry. If there's one thing I like about myself is the fact that like, I just go in, like I'm fight or flight. I'm a fighter. Like I will like, I work really well under pressure.
Yes. Well, that's why you're a nurse.
Yes.
That's you're in like the
And I have
perfect
a
occupation for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
You
and,
picked
like,
the
having
perfect
a hero
occupation.
complex.
Yes. Yeah. For sure. Hero complex.
I'm
I
like-
have that too. No, can we talk about that for a second? Because we're daydreamers. And you know what I found out? That some people don't daydream.
I know.
What do you do all day?
know.
What do you do all day? All I do is daydream. And like I always daydream of being the hero or saving the world. And it's
Oh
like
my God, that's so cute.
I know it's like kind of embarrassing, but like because what the
Why?
fuck am I doing?
That's adorable.
I work a 9 to 5 and I'm doing a podcast, but here I am saving the world.
Wow, I wonder if like maybe I didn't have or haven't, worked a job that was like so.
But you know what? It's because
Where you get that feeling?
It's because I'm an Aries too. I think Aries just have
100%.
these like this like
Listen.
hero or like okay, or for instance, and this is my bad. I don't know if any other Aries do this or people in general. Like when two of your friends are fighting and you just feel like you're that one person to save the day. Like let me just get in the middle and let me just help them communicate. Let me help them mediate, and let me save the day and make my friends BFFs again. No, it all turns to shit and it goes worse. All I do is make it worse. And it's like, it's the hero complex. It's the Aries in me hero complex of like, oh, what happened? Like, let me help you save the day.
No, we can go on about this forever because even though, as you can see, I am a Taurus.
Gloria.
If you know about astrology, my moon is in Aries, my Mercury's in Aries. And if you know about astrology, I have Mars in the first house. So I come off to people as like a Aries, like a Martian, I have masculine energy to me. But yeah, like, not because I'm a Martian, but from Mars, like Mars. But the thing is, this hero complex is exactly that. Like I always, like in moments of panic, count on me. I got this.
Oh,
like,
totally.
And I don't know who that, like what happened? Why do I think this way? It's almost like an out-of-body experience.
It is.
Just like I was telling you that CPR incident.
It is. Oh, yeah.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, no, but that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
This one time, oh my gosh, did I ever tell you the story about the guy on a motorcycle?
I don't think so.
Excuse me. This one time, so I was like walking around my neighborhood. This was when I lived like in Naples. And I heard this giant loud crash, like for sure a car crash or something.
Oh,
Something inside me told me I needed to sprint towards it.
Oh my gosh.
I knew it was an accident, hero complex, and I'm a nurse. Let's go.
Perfect combination to save the day.
Yeah. So I sprint towards the gate, and it was a motorcycle guy. His head was like, everything was like bleeding.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say his brains had like exploded and everything.
He had his helmet on, thank God. There was like blood. And like, I was like fucking conducting everyone because there was people already there. I'm like, don't touch him.
Right.
Whatever. Everything was
So
fine with the
scary.
guy, but I did have he used my phone to call his mom.
Okay.
To just say like, Mom, like, you know, like,
right.
Just in case whatever happened. You know what I mean? He was fine in the end. How do I know that? Because he called me back.
Oh, wait,
To
stop.
thank me from the hospital.
Oh, that's so nice.
A couple days later, how cute was that? And that he was perfectly fine.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Motorcycles freak me the fuck out.
Dude, don't get one.
No, my husband, Alexander, used to have one or a couple when I met him, and that's why his knees are so fucked up because someone hit him on a motorcycle.
Really?
Yeah, he got hit on a motorcycle. His motorcycle was parked, and someone, bam, from the back hit him.
Didn't know
and he went like
that.
flying.
That's terrible.
I know, it's terrible. It's fucking terrible. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about that's trending on TikTok. I just want to go ahead and say this. There is a right order of getting ready and there is a wrong order of getting ready, okay? And the right order is you shower, you do your hair, then you do your makeup, and then you get dressed.
Yeah.
Because the other order of what people are saying is you shower, you do your makeup, and then you do your hair?
No, how?
How? Your makeup's gonna melt off.
The humidity.
Yes, your makeup will melt off. You have to do your hair before you do your makeup. If you want to touch up your hair after you do your makeup, totally acceptable.
What barbarian is choosing what? I'm so confused.
Girl, I don't know, but we're from Florida. We don't roll like that, okay?
Listen.
We don't roll like that over here in the swamp. We can't. You have to do your hair first and then your makeup. You have to.
There's no other way, though.
There's no other way. There's no other way.
I don't understand.
No,
I'm really trying to like
shocked.
put myself in that position of like, you know what I mean? Like doing my like showering, then makeup with wet hair.
No.
And then suddenly it's like someone calls your name and you're like, what? And it's like and a chunk of freaking like just like wet hair, like the mat, like the grease of the mask that you just used goes on your face and like melts.
No, it is, like you said, it is barbaric. It is weird. I've never.
You know what though?
met a
I
girl.
wonder. I go out though, you know, and I wonder a lot. I'm like, where are these girls that look so good on fucking Instagram? Because I don't see them.
You know,
now I know.
They're doing their makeup first, and then they're doing their hair. Honey, you're wondering why you don't look as good in person as you do in pictures? You're getting ready wrong.
Problem solved. You gotta take the steps. Or like what
You know, we need to write like a girl handbook. There needs to be a girl handbook because and maybe it's a Gen Z thing. Maybe the millennials just get it. Maybe
are the Gen Zs the ones that are saying
I don't know. I'm just blaming the Gen Zs. We love you, but I don't know. But where did this come from? I feel like it is an unspoken rule, at least when we were growing up, that you do your hair before you do your makeup. I don't know any of my friends who do it the opposite way.
I've never heard of that.
Isn't it crazy?
So people are actually saying they do their hair first, or I'm sorry, their makeup first.
People are saying they do their makeup
and
first.
sopping wet hair is just sitting on their head.
Okay,
well, maybe like curly hair, like not even
maybe
the gel. Like, what are you doing? You're crazy. You're giving me the.
Okay, the only time that I ever do maybe my makeup before my hair is if I'm just gonna slick my hair back in a bun anyway. You know what I mean? And I do my makeup first, and then I maybe slick but it's dry. But it's dry.
Your hair out of the way first.
Yeah, which I do. That's what I always do. But maybe. I don't know.
I will say I will say, because even today when I got ready, like this part.
Oh yeah, you do that. You save that for the end.
For the very end. Mm-hmm. But it's already dry. I can't imagine putting a blow dryer that close to like my already done makeup. It's gonna melt off.
No, your makeup will melt off. Your foundation will be in your eyeball.
Well, interesting. Actually, I have a story because it's just like so baffling to me how like some people can be really heartless and like just like act like they're completely your friends, but they're not. I have a friend that has a couple animals. She has 2 dogs and a cat, and she does struggle with mental health issues, but she's fully aware of it. She's been sober for years. So when she notices that something's like not right, she even like checks herself into the hospital, the whole 9. So that's basically what happened. And she did hire someone to take care of her animals, but she had who she thought were her good friends, like also having her back to check on these animals and like whatever the hell. But story goes, when the friend, her best friend, actually went with her boyfriend to the house without knowing.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
That my friend had literal security cameras like in her house. Okay.
I'm gonna vomit, I think.
No, it's so sad. It's really heartbreaking because it's like, you don't kick people when they're down, and obviously she's not in a good place if she's in like a mental health facility. She's working through a lot, This friend took it upon herself to call another one of her supposed best friends and talk shit about the treatment of the dogs, basically. Because one of the dogs is a puppy still, so she keeps him in a crate, and I guess he had gone to the bathroom in the crate.
Wait, just so I'm tracking. The friend who is checking in on her dogs called another friend to just talk shit about.
Who had nothing to do with the situation,
to talk shit about your friend.
Yeah.
And how she's treating her own dogs.
Filming the whole thing. How basically there was shit and pee in the crate. How there was barely any water for the dogs. How this house was a mess.
While
disgusting.
Your friend is in a mental institution and can't do this?
Yeah. And so she sends her this, like, basically, for what reason? Does she, like, I just put myself in that situation. Like, if I was to do that, like, let's say I go, hypothetically, I come to your house,
Right.
What would I do? Because I always do that, before I judge, put myself in other people's shoes. What would you do? I'd fucking wash that fucking crate out.
Of course.
Wash
help her
the
out.
dog.
She physically cannot. She's not there.
She's not
That's
physically
why
there.
she asked for your help.
She didn't even clean the dog. She just filmed the whole thing, and like she didn't even walk the dogs. Nothing.
Oh, that's not her friend.
That's not her friend.
That's not her friend.
That's not her fucking friend.
That's not her fucking
friend. It gets
friend.
worse. So the one that she sent all this video footage to calls animal control.
No.
This is also supposed to be one of her best friends.
No.
Yep.
Well, she's in a mental institution and suffers with mental health issues. You're gonna do that to your friend?
Can you believe that shit?
No.
Which, by the way, they came over and they're like, okay, these animals are fine. Like, they're happy as fuck. Like, there's no problem
Well,
here.
it's a little bit dirt because she's not there.
But they didn't think that A, they were gonna be recorded, and B, they were gonna find out who called animal control.
So, my question, when she came home and she sees this video, what the fuck did she do?
You know what? The craziest thing is, even though this is someone that may have mental health issues, X, Y, and Z, she is one of the most, if not the most stable friend I have. She was so chill about it. And she literally told them, I saw what you said, and basically, like, cut them off.
Good for her.
Me?
Oh no, but I would have put this on TikTok. I would have exposed their fucking names. I would have said everything.
Yeah.
I would have gone
not even
balls
worth
to
it.
the fucking wall.
Not even worth it. Because,
Good for her.
To me, like, even when you really think about it, it's like you have to be so unhappy with your life to want to really augment someone else's, like, downfalls in life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And when they're going through, like, a rough patch.
Exactly.
Like, yes.
Like, you must really, because, like, that's what people do. They try to cover their own tracks, you know? So, like, if you're feeling like you're a piece of shit, X, Y, and Z, you're gonna be like, oh, well, this person's a piece of shit because of this.
Right.
Look at them.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Good people don't do this.
No.
Good people help.
Valerie, I think if any of my friends, if they were ever going through a rough patch, whatever is going on, and they're like, hey, can you check in on my house or fucking water my plants or check on my dog? And, like, obviously the house is going to be in a little bit of disarray because they're going through something right now. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh my God, look what a fucking pig this bitch is. Or, like, this is so disgusting.
No,
look
if you
how
saw
she
the
lives.
videos, which, by the way, she sent me. So I saw it all.
Can we expose them?
You fucking bitches that, like, still like my shit. I don't fucking follow you. I don't like any of you.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I fucking love it because they still fucking like my shit and watch my shit.
So I
I'm
hope
like,
they
bitch, I don't
fucking watch
like
this.
you. No, really, because that fucking hurts. Like, I could cry over this. Like, this hurts my feelings so bad that, like, because, like, knowing this person, like, she would never do this to anyone. You know, like, she's such a good person. And, like,
what a class act for handling it the way she fucking did.
Exactly.
What a class act.
Exactly.
Those girls are fucking bitches. Dude, people are evil. They thrive under people's, like, lowest moments.
It's deflection.
It's disgusting.
Though.
It says so much.
It's
it says more about them than it does about your friend's messy ass house or whatever the fuck was going on in her house with the crate in a time where she is not okay and needs her friend's support. It says more about these fucking bitches. Is it one person or it's like it was two girls?
It's two girls.
Okay. Have you met? Well, you've met them before.
Oh,
like,
I was friends with them. Yeah, they were cool girls. I always liked them. You know, but
fuck them. Fuck them. I'm glad she's not friends with them anymore.
No, you know what? At the end of the day, good riddance. Darkness will always come to light, and we're seeing that with every fucking celebrity out there. Darkness will always come to light. I know. It really fucking does.
I know.
And I fucking love that there was a fucking security hit because that's, oh my God.
Thank God
the
for the
embarrassment of being caught.
Do you know what they said when they got caught?
She's been trying to, you know, apologize. They both. But
embarrassing.
She's not having it.
Embarrassing. Good for her.
They showed their true colors already.
Good for
her. Like, fuck off.
Good for her.
Fuck off.
Good for her. It's so... Honestly, I feel like maybe this was a blessing in disguise for her because you're getting rid of the fucking, like... The trash.
Do you want
You're
people
getting
like that
rid
in
of the
your life?
trash in your bag. If this would have never happened, you would have still been friends with these girls for years and years to come, knowing that they have this underlying jealousy or this hate towards you. So you know, like, what? Blessing in disguise.
Her, you know, and like sending each other likely. Oh, if I found out that two of my friends were doing this, I'd murder them.
It's just
again
mean.
With the murder. Jesus Christ,
it's just mean.
Put me in handcuffs because I've been saying like, oh, I can murder someone all weekend too.
I mean, we kind of could, and I'd help you cover the body.
This past, like in Cancun, I was like talking. I forgot what we were saying, but like people were talking about like fights and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, like the fights we've been in, whatever. And I forgot what I said, but I was like, no, I could definitely like. If my life was at risk, I would murder someone. 1,000%. No questions asked.
If my life,
and everyone was like, and I'm like, what do you wouldn't? Like, I know I can. Like,
okay,
I know I would.
Do you know what's weird? We're going back to the hero complex. When I daydream, sometimes I daydream of like one of my family members getting kidnapped and me coming to save the day and just slicing the person's throat to like free them.
Done.
Like, no questions fucking asked. Like, I don't bring on the trauma, bring on the craziness that comes with it. I would fucking murder someone for my life or for anyone else's life of my loved ones. Like, no questions fucking asked. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad she's out of that fucking mess, which also leads me to just like, as we're getting older, this like fucking catty shit, like mean girl shit is so, it's just so bizarre to me in my 30s. Like, I don't, it's just,
no, it really is. But like, I feel like that's kind of, I don't know. I think that's when you realize like who your two friends are. You know what I mean? I feel like you have to vet them out throughout time. I feel like there's going to be people that are seasons or reasons or, you know.
Yeah, I love that. It's so true though.
I do feel like people show their true colors under situations like that where people are under. And you could always tell because there's always those people, like, for example, like if like something's wrong, like if there's like a negative thing going on with someone and there's someone like gossiping about it, like kind of like a little bit too much, it's kind of like, are you happy that this is happening to this person? Because like you're always gonna have friends that aren't your friends.
I know.
And it's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to vet them out as you go.
You
but I'm
have
just
to.
so glad that this one friend got to see it,
Good.
you know, like firsthand. And
yeah, I love that for her.
yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're
Yeah,
at time.
This has been great.
Thank you, everyone.
Till next time.
Love you guys. Bye.